Hey guys, Matt here, Common Family Survival. I hope you're having a great day. Alright, we're back out in it again. As you can see, I'm not on foot this time. This little adventure is going to be a little different. We are doing an ATV camping adventure. So, the property I'm on right now was wooded probably about, I would say 35 years ago. And it has recovered quite well. I mean, it is a beautiful area. There's a lot of old logging roads from that. It's a lot of ATV trails here and there. And I'm fortunate enough to have access to this property. And I'm really excited about today's trip because I get to try my new shelter and sleep system. That's right. I finally got my war bonnet, hammock, and tarp in. And I'm really looking forward to doing that today. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. First time putting it up might take me a little while, but I am very excited about it. I don't know if you can tell or not. Yeah, just got off here. We've been riding for a while, looking for some areas. Got off the bike, started heating up already. I had to shade a layer. It's supposed to get hot today. It's actually supposed to get up to close to 80 degrees. I don't know if it will hit that or not. And then I think tonight's supposed to get down into 60, I think is a low. And then I think we might have some bad weather coming in. So it's a good night to test a new system. All right, so I think I found a good spot here. I'm either going to go from that tree to that tree or that tree to that tree or that tree. It's a little messed up. Okay, so show you what I got going on so far. This is the War Bonnet XLC Blackbird hammock, and this is the double layered one. So it does the heavy duty version. It has 2 layers instead of 1. You can actually slide a sleeping pad in there for colder temperatures. And also that double layer is nice for the simple fact that single layered hammocks of this type of material, like the one Tigris and things like that, you can actually get bit through that from mosquitoes or deer flies, horse flies, stuff like that, black flies. They will eat you alive. So that it's almost a necessity here in the woods in Ohio to be able to prevent that. Do have the screen mesh on here. It has tie outs on both sides. I don't know if you can see that over there, on both sides. And what that tie out does is pulls this out away from your face, but it also gives you, let's see if you can see it or not, a shelf over here that you can actually set gear in that's separate. But what's really unique about this is bug net does come completely off. There are accessory tops you can put on this. It has a winter accessory top that goes over across the whole top of this. It is more the same material that the hammock's made out of, and it has vents. Bug. And it helps out, you know, with the winter heat and everything else. Let's see here. Another thing that's unique about this type of hammock is you have extra material here on the sides. It's hard to kind of show you guys and everything, but I don't know if you can be able to tell or not. But this extra material gives you like a foot box, and you can actually lay flat in this hammock or sleep on your side. If you're a side sleeper, if you sleep on your back, you know, this is the way to go. It does look a little lopsided, but when setting this up, you want your foot end to be up higher than the back end. Just the way it is. And they also recommend whenever setting it up, you use this as a judge. As you can see, pretty close, at least close enough for me. The buckle system is a nice strap system, real easy, real quick. Like I said, not bad at all. It does have a guy line. It's a Dynaweave guy line that does run on the inside of this, and at any time you can pretty much unclip these pullouts, flip this off, and you have an open top hammock, which is really nice too. The other side here, it does have a pass-through stuff sack, and you can just, like I said, just pull that off to the side up here. Same buckling system there. Nice Dynaweave material here. Yeah, so far, first impressions, really happy with it, really love it. Alright, so after all that work, I have to abandon this spot and move over to this spot. No big deal, just kind of sucked. There just wasn't enough room in between that tree and that tree for the tarp. So, which I'm really shocked. Pretty sure it's 11-foot hammock and that's 11-foot tarp. How can that fit and not that? I don't know. Alright guys, there is this Superfly. So, as you can see, it took a little bit. Set up, you know, first time setting it up, had a lot of little things to attach, add on. I bought a lot of little add-ons, accessories I guess you could say. Took a little bit of time. What I really like about this tarp is it's got a couple nice features. Number one, it has these poles. I don't know if you see with the glare. The poles, those, you know, you see, widen the footprint of it. You know, pull it out. There's panel pulls on both sides that pull it out and keep it away from you. And then on the front of it, on both sides, you have these flap doors that you can cinch down. And right now, I'm not going to worry about cinching them down. But show you, they do make a difference and do pull out. I don't have them real tight, and I could probably make them a little tighter, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. But as you can see, it gives you a nice little cocoon in there. I mean, everything. You got a lot of room. So, it is nice. But this side, I'm probably going to buckle down, and the other side's going to be the side that I get in. But I'm not going to really worry about, give you a view of the other side. I'm not really going to worry about really getting carried away with cinching it down. I like to call this storm mode, or hunker down mode, mainly for the simple fact that I'm going to go ahead and probably tie out the front, you know, the front here, and give it a canopy. And then tonight, whenever I go to finally call it quits, I'll hunker it down. Or if the storms start, I mean, because we are supposed to have thunderstorms, so it's a good time to test it. But yeah, and like I said, there was a lot of little things, you know, that it didn't really come with directions. Bonnet does have videos on YouTube on how to set up and how to do everything, but you know, really when it comes down to it, you got to kind of figure things out on your own for your particular situation. Then I went through and added a lot of little things that I like this right here. I got their extra Dynaweave, and then got some of these. I don't even know what they're called. I know they sell a titanium version of these. I think they sell a regular one too. I think they call them Loop Aliens. But those things are nice. I think you can buy these. I don't even know what brand that is. It's Shine Trip or Sign. I don't even know. But yeah, them are the cat's meow when it comes to setting up stakes, you know. But got titanium stakes that you can purchase off Amazon. It's way cheaper than buying them anywhere else. Get these off Amazon for pennies on the dollar, you know, clips. But that's what took a lot of the time, was getting these all set up and get, you know, on every one of the poles. But now that I have them all set up, yeah, it makes setting up the tarp 10 times faster. No different than putting that snake skin on for the first time. Yeah, it was a pain in the butt. What really got me with that one was this clip here. This is an add-on clip, one of theirs. They call it a tarp tip, or no, tarp tick, sorry, but it is titanium. It's super light, but it's super fast when it comes. I mean, you just uncinch it right there, it just unhooks. But that was what gave me so much problem setting it up, is because there was no weight to it, and I needed a little bit of weight to slide down into that tarp skins. And I really do like them tarp skins. The tarp skin is same material, that super lightweight material. It's so nylon, I think it is, you know, pretty much almost the same material as the tarp itself. What do you think about that camo? I absolutely love this camo. This is why I actually had to wait, is because this is a custom, I think they call this bushwhack. This is bushwhack camo, and it was on back order, and that's why it took me so long to get it. And I'm more than happy. It blends right in with the ground. I mean, honestly, I get about 20 feet back, even though the, you know, the overgrowth and everything's green, that just blends right in. I really like it, and that's why I like a lot of my stuff. I don't like bright colors, you know. I like stuff that blends in if I ever need to, whether it be hunting, survival, bugging out, or anything like that. That's my outlook on it. It's, you know, just the way I view things. All right, here's our setup. So, porch mode worked out. I just tied off to some other trees. I left the stakes in the ground, and I left the hardware just laying there too. So that way, if I got to hurry up and bunker this down, I will. It'll be real quick, easy, and fast. And I kind of, I don't know. This worked out really well. I'll show you what. Them panel poles, if you can see it or not. This is the, right here's the flaps. And I just put a little carbiner around there, the hooks on both sides. And if I wanted to, I could actually tighten them up. I left them hooked up, you know, the panel pull out poles. I left them hooked up, and I could actually tighten them up a little bit, and it would raise that up in kind of centered, which is kind of an unexpected surprise. I didn't think that I could do that, but kind of makes it nice that I can leave them hooked up, not really worried about it. But yeah, this is going to be home for tonight. All right, now it took forever, pretty much set this up twice, but yeah, that's to be expected with brand new stuff. Now I got to be honest, that panel pulls, they are nice. They are nice. Are they what I expected? No. Maybe you need to really wrench on them to really open it up. You probably do, and it'd probably even be better in really windy conditions and maybe like really bad weather conditions, maybe in the wintertime or something. But I don't really think, you know, I'd be missing them if I didn't have them. All right, so I'm going ahead and I need to get camp set up, because pretty much I only have night taken care of. It is almost lunchtime. Took me quite a while to get this set up. Like I said, something new, learning curve, adding new things to it, and I'll reap the benefits of that in future adventures. But this time here, I pretty much had to take a hit on it. So, yeah, I got to get to cracking. I need to get some lunch in me. All right, kind of got everything unloaded and got everything straightened around, and I am sitting underneath the tarp because the sun has come out. It is definitely getting a lot warmer. We're up into the 70 degrees, so it is definitely getting warm. I'm not going to worry about getting a fire pit ready just yet. Like I said, it's only noon. I'm starving right now. I need to get something to eat, and I'm planning on cooking on the fire for dinner, but probably for, I don't know, probably for breakfast and lunch right now, maybe snack later, I don't know. I'm just going to use gas stove, burner. But I'm hoping, I've seen a few rocks around here, and I'm hoping I can get a nice little fire pit built up for lunch. I got the Pathfinder cook kit again, the stainless steel. You know, having the four-wheeler kind of opens up the more possibilities. Sorry, I'm talking while I'm doing stuff. I gotta get out of that habit. But opens up more possibilities, you know, because I'm not restricted to weight. I have brought a few extra things. You'll notice a big bag with me. I just got that strapped on the back of the bike. But yeah, just for gear testing, like I did the last time and stuff. Just it's not this time. I'm not on my back. This trip, in all honesty, wasn't supposed to be an ATV adventure. I planned on doing this later into the year, but not this early into the year. Just this time of the year, you know, my other spots I really wanted to go to is water crossings. And right now the creeks and streams are all super high. This has been about the first nice day we've had in probably a week. It has been raining pretty much nonstop. And so on top of just coming out of winter and everything, the water levels are really high. You know, I thought about doing, you know, an on the shore edge more or less, you know, a kayaking adventure. The waters are too cold still. It's going to hit 70, but and tonight drop down to 60. But honestly, that's about the warmest it's been here so far. So I didn't really want to go through that. And not to mention, I don't mind doing kayak canoe by myself, but when the waters are that high, it's dangerous, you know, especially, and I'm not talking about the rivers, you know, what you're probably thinking. I'm talking about backwood creeks that I like to go down and stuff, and they're not maintained. You know, a lot of people don't go down them. A lot of people don't know about them. They are on a map. It's just people don't think of it. And so you'll come up to a lot of snags, a lot of trees down, and you can come around the bend and get clotheslined by a tree. I've had it happen. It's not good to do that type of stuff by yourself, and you know, there is a level of I got to be responsible here, you know. I got to come home to my family. They'd kill me if I killed myself. Alright, so I think for lunch we are going to have another Mountain House meal. And this is pasta Primavera. Sounds so fancy. It's got zucchini, cauliflower, broccoli, red and yellow peppers, green peas, and spiral macaroni in a Parmesan cheese sauce. We'll see. We'll see. That fire rod's something else. I'll tell you what, I need to look at it. Man, the striker, that striker is just, it's all tangled up. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that striker. Seems like it does a good job. if you look, it's like only one way gives it a really good strike. But, I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, come on, zoom. Will you zoom? It ain't gonna zoom. One side is kind of rounded, and one side, see, ow, man, busted myself in the knuckle. As you see, I already got skinned up a little bit ago. Look at that. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Flip it around. Boom. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Why would you make a striker like that? I don't understand that. Alright, go ahead and open this up. Man, just got a whiff of something. I hope it ain't this. Something smells foul. Didn't come out of my butt. I don't know what it was. Maybe it might have been this. I think it's the broccoli. It's awful colorful. Man, there just ain't no meat in it. That's the only thing that sucks. Is it a vegetarian meal? I don't know. It says it's got spiral macaroni. I see the macaroni in it. I don't know. The noodles are going to save it, I think. We'll see. We will see. I think I will make some coffee, though. I think I will. A little shot of some coffee might do me some good. This ain't gonna hurt nothing. So, because I'm gonna have to wait 15 minutes for this thing to get ready, so I might as well make me some coffee. Have it ready to go. But yeah. Tea bags in there too. I just keep them in there like I told you the last time, so that way it don't hurt nothing. Just save space. I bring like 3 tea bags in case in the morning or at night I don't want something so strong, or just something a little lighter. All right, I think she's a boiling. Let's check her out. Yep, we got a good boil. All right, we'll set this down. Get this out. Try not to burn the crap out of ourselves. Oh, no. That's a hot. Dump her in. Ooh, that's warm. It's warm. Alright, we'll get this on there. We'll get our coffee going. Take the camp rag. It says give it a good stir. Wait 4 minutes. And that's something else I need to address. I had someone make a comment about Camp Rag. They're not a sponsor. I just want to say that right now. This channel has 0 sponsors. We are not sponsored. We're not funded in any way, shape, or form. So I just want to make that clear. Some people tend to want to pull that trigger and say, "Oh, you were bought and paid for to promote that." No, that's not true. This is one of them like I said in the video, just one of them items that I like, I use. You're gonna see it a lot. No, they're not paying me to say that. You know, and that's the biggest thing. I gotta be honest with you. Those are items. It's items like that I do want to show you guys. I do want to, things that I actually do use, things that actually you will see me use. Things I like, things I'll stand behind and say, hey, this is one of my favorite things. Yeah, my preferences are going to be different than everybody else's, but, it is what it is. Moving forward on the gear reviews and stuff like that throughout this year, there's going to be quite a few items where I'm going to have to be honest about when it comes to, buyer beware, I guess you could say. Things that I think have potential, I try them out, and I find things that don't, just too many cons with the product. Yeah, I have one of those in my mind right now, and that's kind of why I guess I'm thinking about it. I'm actually going to be testing a little bit more this weekend while I'm doing this. Yeah. That review will be coming out soon. And that's something else. So, from time to time, as you're watching a video of the adventures and stuff, you might see a product that you notice that I don't say anything about. You might see it off to the side. You might see. I'm not trying to hide anything. I want to clarify that right now. If it's off the side or I'm not talking about it, it's not because I'm trying to hide it. It's just because it's not part of the adventure, in my opinion. It's something off to the side. It's a gear test item. It's something that's I'm not even really using other than just testing or, trial runs of stuff. Things like that. I want to make that clear, Which also brings up, you are going to probably see this quite a bit. This is the ammo case. You will really see this quite a few times. That is my camera gear, my filming gear, stuff that I need to keep protected from the elements. Yeah, spare batteries, cables, just stuff that is not kind, for the time being. That's what I'm using, and that's what I'm going to use. Alright, here we go. Some coffee. It's not as dark as I thought it would be. Nice, good cup. Alright. That'll get me by. Super freaking hot. That's going to be a while. Alright, so everything's way too hot to eat and drink right now. It's gonna take a while, but while it's doing that, I think I'm going to take a little walk around and see if I can find any wild edibles, maybe. Just see what I can come up on. Never know what you can find. I highly doubt I can find any mushrooms that I want to eat, and be honest with you. I think I missed my window of opportunity. I highly doubt there's any left. So I got skunked this year on morel mushrooms. It's a big fat 0 for me this year, which sucks. But I know one of these times I will make it out here in time to catch some May apples. And it's supposed to be really good. I don't know if anybody's familiar with May apples or not, but they're supposed to be really good. This area has an abundance of them. But I guess they're a very delicate fruit. the animals gobble them up as soon as they're ripe. And yeah, they're just one of them things that don't normally, they don't keep well, they don't transport well. That's why you never see them. You know, one thing I'd love to be able to find is some wild ramps, but I know not far from here, ramps do grow. But I ain't gonna be able to get there today. It would be nice to find them, because I got me a nice T-bone steak and I'm gonna be cooking up tonight for dinner. And some ramps would, some fried ramps probably go pretty good with that. Honestly, I'm not really expecting to find anything. I'm just seeing what's about. I mean, the undergrowth is just now starting to come alive. Don't get me wrong, there is stuff. But stuff that I'm familiar enough with to trust myself to try and eat it. Because that's one thing with wild edibles, you gotta be careful. You can put a hurting on yourself real quick. Alright, this is what I'm talking about. This is a mayapple plant. And this, look at that. It's got a flower. So they're flowering right now, but they're not coming to a fruit just yet. So, not long. I'm not seeing, actually the first flower. I mean, they're everywhere. But that is the first flower that I've seen. They're just everywhere out here. Like I was saying, that's the first flower I've seen on. I know there's a couple. So it's not far from coming to fruit. There's quite a few that have flowers on them. They got a beautiful flower. I've never actually never got an opportunity to see the flower on them. I think it might be still a little too early for me to find much. I mean, I've seen some wild garlic, but yeah, it wasn't that big. I might get lucky enough this time and be able to find enough rocks to make a pretty decent little fire pit. They're spread out everywhere. Alright, so that was pretty much a strikeout on the wild edibles. Nice little walk. Wood smells beautiful. Here's thinking it's the dogwood trees are in bloom right now. The smell it's putting off throughout the woods is just, it's beautiful. It's just got a beautiful aroma. Every time the wind blows, you get that fragrance. It just, it's outstanding. Alright, so my coffee cooled off. Nothing got it. My food feels like it cooled off a little bit. Enough that I can eat it at least now. But, drum roll please, what's it look like? It don't look too bad. Look at that. Don't look too bad. It's a lot. I mean, this did say 2.5 servings, but yeah. I mean, it's pasta, so honestly don't know if I'll be able to eat all of it. That's quite a bit of pasta. Actually, not bad. The vegetables rehydrated pretty good. I mean, there's peas, carrots, zucchini. It's not bad at all. It's got a good taste. It's got a nice creamy kind of cheese sauce with it. Yeah. Needs a little salt though. Alright, so I'm going to start wandering around, and I've seen quite a few rocks I can use. They're not real big rocks, but I should be able to gather them up and make a decent little fire pit. the whole object of this is not to keep warm. I don't think I'm gonna get very cold at all. We're mid 70s right now. It's pretty hot. You notice I even shedded off my vest that I wear all the time. It's getting freaking stinking hot, and I'm glad I'm in the shade. I'm so glad I'm in the shade. Alright, so check this out. While I'm out looking for the rocks and gather them up and everything, I find this. This part was just barely sticking out of the ground. This is all the way down in the ground. But it's an old bungee strap. But out in the middle of nowhere. The only thing I can figure is they lost it back 35 years ago when they logged this area. So yeah, just kind of funny. Just what you can find out in the woods. Pot hanger, I'm gonna go ahead and pound that in. I'm using that again. Like I said, it's one of my favorite piece of gears. It's nice to use, nice to have. And yep, let's get that put in now. Hatchet I brought along for this little trip is the Schrade. I got this in a box and I'm not sure what. I've never used it before and I thought I'll give it a shot. It does a pretty good job. It's I want to say plastic handle, plastic head, but it's solid. It's got a nice hammer strike on that end. Nice blade and edge. Nice contour. What I don't like about it, the model of it is SCX2G. I don't know if that matters or not, but what I don't like about it does a great job chopping, fits good in the hand. I think the handle even glows in the dark. I'm not even sure. To use the hammer part of it, you have to, the sheath that comes with is kind of like a plastic Kydexy type sheath. But when you put this in the sheath, excuse me, look at that. You can't use the hammer part of it or you're going to bust up the sheath. You're going to tear it up. So the only way to use the hammer function of this is without the sheath on. I don't like that. I don't like, the chances of something bad happening, especially out in the outdoors, is too great. I mean, I don't know. I get it would have been better if they could have gave, just a smaller sheath part that you could put that on separate and still be able to use that and leave that open. So, yeah, not a real good idea on how they designed that. Got the fire pit set up. I got all that. I got a little bit of kindling put together. I'm going to go ahead and get a fire going. I'm probably not going to keep feeding this fire. I honestly don't even care if it goes back out. I just kind of want to burn the pit in and maybe make some hot coals or, get some coals going for maybe later, or it won't be so hard to start up a fire later whenever I go to cook. But, just like last time, we tried something different starting that fire. We used that pyro putty. This time we are going to try these. This is a product from Uko. It's a sweet fire strikeable fire starter. Good for the planet and great for your next adventure. made from sugarcane. So, more or less, there's 8 of these in here, made from renewable biofuel, burns for 7 minutes each. So, it's got the striker on the side. It's more or less like a giant match head. Try and open it up here. It does come with another couple striker heads. But really, what it boils down to is all they are. Get them out. Drop everything everywhere. All they really are, when it boils down to it, is it's just a giant match. You see that? Giant match. But it's kind of like, I imagine that must be sugarcane stalk. I don't know. A sugarcane. Try and get the zoom in here. Compressed. So it's kind of like compressed sugarcane board, I guess you say, with just a giant match head top. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to try to use one of these and see if it actually, that I can get a fire started from that. Not bad. I guess they worked. To be honest with you, I don't know if you're not confident enough to just take a match out in the woods to start a fire. I wouldn't place all your bets in these, because really all it boils down to is it's one giant match, and there's no waterproof. I'll tell you right now, there is no waterproof to that whatsoever. Those get wet, they're shot. That is not no strike anywhere match head. Probably good for like emergency in your car or your truck, emergency kit, get home bag, something like that. But you definitely want to put these in a waterproof container, because the package is not waterproof. They only come in this little thing right here. And it's not even sealed on the top. So, I mean, what's that say? Okay. It says, to prolong shelf life, keep your unused fire starters in this plastic wrap. So that tells me right there that they actually like to draw moisture too. So, in a pinch, better than a match. We'll say that. Better than a match. Thanks for watching part 1 of our ATV overnight adventure. Make sure you check out part 2, and thanks for watching.